Hey, so this is Dave from Mad Reviews, and today I'm going to review the Focusrite, I believe it's called the Scarlett Solo. Yeah, right there, you can see it. Scarlett Solo. This is a preamp that I bought maybe 6 months ago, and before that I'd rented it for like 4 months. The purpose of this thing is just to interface with your computer so that you can record music into a I don't know what it's called, digital audio workstation, I guess. So like digital audio workstation being like GarageBand or Ableton or what's that, Logic. So I have I have GarageBand because I'm kind of just a no frills kind of guy. I just use I actually have Logic too, but I use GarageBand because I've been using GarageBand for, since it came out, I guess. I have my qualms with GarageBand, but this thing actually is replacing a Tascam preamp that I had that I actually had major issues with because it just half the time didn't work, and I couldn't tell if it was the computer or if it was the Tascam or if it was the cords. Because the thing with these preamps, right, is any point can be the problem that you are experiencing. If you're experiencing a problem, it can be usually it's something to do with the digital, like the audio software, but it could also be the cord that runs into it. Like this thing, the reason I like this thing is because once I started renting it, it actually solved most of my issues when it came to recording stuff. And it was just like I don't know why I had been using the Tascam for so long, because the Tascam, which is, I don't know if I threw it out or I threw it in a box somewhere, but it was so hardcore not working for me. It just like wouldn't do anything that I wanted it to do. Like, it beefed with everything, and the driver was screwed up, and GarageBand, it didn't jive with anything. So I'm going to turn on GarageBand right now just to show you that this thing, how it works. Essentially, you plug it in, and it's getting power from the computer power, and you can plug in XLR microphone patch, or you can plug in a normal patch cord that would attach to a guitar. It's got a few settings on it here. Everything's really obvious as to what they do. Like, it's got the gain button for both the I guess they're the inputs, right? Because the outputs are. Is there outputs on this thing? Yeah, there's outputs on this thing. Line outputs, but yeah, I just mainly use the inputs because the output, I guess, is this thing, my cheap pair of headphones here. So and my headphones have one of these adapters because it's an 1/8 inch adapter, isn't it? So yeah, no, it's a 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch adapter for the headphone. That's the only little piece of extra stuff you need. But yeah, the interface is pretty simple to understand. I just plug in my microphone, and I don't even know why that gain button's on, because I don't really know if it does anything. I guess it gives you some extra gain if you want. There's a button, there's a line/instrument switch here. I forget what the line one does, but yeah, like the instrument would be the guitar, but here's my microphone that's plugged into this thing right now. So the other thing I like about this thing is that it's basically super easy to like get going on a recording. So this thing, I've got a recording up here that I was working on, so you can kind of hear it in these headphones. This doesn't, like if I unplug these headphones, I guess you can't hear the sound coming out of this because it's just going straight into the headphones through the Scarlett Solo. I like the look of this thing. I like how it's red and black, and it's just very well designed. Like, I didn't mind like I've had other preamps too. Like, I used to have a PreSonus Firepod, it was called, until they turned it into a Fire Station or something. But this thing is good because it's small. Like you could actually record your band with it, because like if the microphone you were using wasn't that microphone, if you had like a nice kind of microphone that would, like a room mic or something, then you could definitely like do some kind of 60 or like 60, I was gonna say 60 style kind of like garage rock kind of thing. But you could also just do like a really nice recording if the microphone was proper. But yeah, I just like it because I plug it in, I just start recording tracks. Nothing stops me. My GarageBand doesn't have any beefs with this unit, which is like a big plus. Just the fact that I can plug it in and use it, and there's no issues with drivers and stuff, because drivers are like the bane of my existence, I guess, because they tend to like screw everything up. Because in this situation here, if you go to hold on a second, I just gotta find a track, and then I can look at I can make a track, I guess, and then it comes up here and it's input 1. Like it's actually picking up the Scarlett Solo, and I don't think I even installed a driver. I think that was the problem with the Tascam, is that I had to like install a driver from Tascam, and there was a bunch of drivers, and this one just like worked out of the gate. So that's why I love it. I have to give it full props for being a good little unit, and I don't even really need a bigger unit right now because I'm not trying to do any big like multi-track recordings. But you can do 2 tracks, which is pretty decent, and you can adjust everything you need to adjust. The monitor. The only thing that sucks about this, and it has nothing to do with this, but it has to do with my setup, is like if I'm using crappy gear, then like these headphones are literally the worst headphones you can, like, I think they're from the YMCA, like someone like left them there, and I got them from someone gave me a pair of headphones from the Y, and they were just like, that was them. Because my old headphones that were good broke, and then I never replaced it with a good pair of headphones, so I've just been using these ghetto headphones for a while. But if you don't use good gear, then you're going to get a poor result in here. But actually, if you're using decent gear, like even my guitar isn't the best. Where is it? My guitar is around here somewhere. Disappeared. So anyway, the gear matters, obviously, and the good thing too is that this thing, well, this is more about GarageBand, but it has, the presets for the different kind of like tracks work fine. Like that was the other thing about the Tascam, it just like didn't, it wouldn't pick up the VSTs. So the Tascam was just, I'm kind of railing on the Tascam right now, but this thing, the Scarlett Solo, amazing, no problems with it at all. And I'm someone that attracts, like, if there's issues that someone's gonna have, I will definitely have them. Like it's like Murphy's Law with me in particular. There's always issues. If there's issues, then I'm gonna have those issues. But this thing, there's no issues. So I've got to say, this thing, whoever made this thing is, I would like to give them a big hug, because they did a good job on this thing. So that's the end of the review. Bye.